Hey Brian, thanks for spending a little time to just talk to me a little bit more about your organization and what you do. I know that I was looking at Meetup and I saw you had posted something that said, hey, you know what? Find out how to do crowdfunding. And I'm actually looking at, based on a couple of clients telling me, hey, we have issues with renting and whatnot. I want to do my own internet company. I had a great idea. I just didn't know how to fund it. I went to like Indiegogo and Kickstarter like everyone else, and I'm thinking, okay, there's no way I'm ever going to get funded until I kind of ran into your meetup. And when I went there, you had a guest speaker there, which I hope to meet with later on today again, and now I got you here. So tell me a little bit about yourself, and how did you get into this networking thing?
Well, firstly, it started as a meetup, or at least it started as a concept, which was, wouldn't it be great if all of the things that we didn't know, that we could get together and find other people who do know these things and impart the knowledge to each other. So the people who know about crowdfunding don't know about venture, the people who know about marketing don't know about tech. And then I met some really interesting people from the Pay It Forward Foundation, like about a year and a half ago. Okay. And we got into a discussion. The discussion revolved around the fact that most meetups or most educational facilities, it's really very one-dimensional. It's very one-on-one.
Right.
So we thought, well, what if we could bring the Pay It Forward concept to business, which is rather than just going and hearing a 30-second pitch or hearing someone who wants to talk about themselves, what if you actually went to an event and you gave everything you had? And then you saw what kind of ROI that you could get. When I say ROI, it means what kind of long-term return you get from giving everything you can in that moment and being totally present with the people that you're speaking with, as opposed to just the traditional marketing things you do, like social media or pay-per-click or anything else. Yeah. And what kind of blew me away was I started it as a passion. I'm not an event person. This is not what I do or not what I do in the future, but they've turned into the largest monthly events in LA.
And speaking of the networking, I mean, I went to a lot of networking events before, and I mean, as far as what you do, you're exactly right. You pitch what you want and what you want people to buy, basically. And then when I went to your event, it was completely different. It wasn't anyone that was really pitching, it was people that were giving. Yeah. That's what I think is really different. I see that in what you're doing, and I've bought into it. You know what I mean? Because it's a for real deal, And maybe it's your accent. I don't know.
I don't know the accent. It's all I've got, right? So I thought
I think that's a great thing.
I don't have a lot, but I think we're at a time now. Our the pay it forward mentality's time is here. Right. We're now so disconnected from everybody else. We're so remote and so virtuous to the way that we work. Every time we meet someone, we think we need to get something from them. And I think most people are sick of it. And actually, it's proof that if you take a town like LA, which is very transitional and people are coming in and out all of the time, that people stick to a concept like this and say, I actually want to give. And we can bring 500, 600, 700 people out on a Monday evening to be educated, to be helped, to help other people. It speaks volumes for what we could change in the world.
And so the people that are coming here are all walks of life, so from serial entrepreneurs to first-time startup companies to people just looking to break in. And then what you're doing is, I think you're creating like a mentorship program. Can you explain that a little bit more?
I specifically wanted to get different walks of life. I didn't want to have all 20-year-old techies, and I didn't want to have all chamber-type people. I wanted to mix everybody so people could really benefit. So we have as many males to females and as many people who are 50 plus as we do for just 20 to 25. But then as we started doing the events and we started providing more and more value to people, so growth hackers giving advice and pitch competitions to try and help, they said, wouldn't it be great if we had a structure online that actually had all of these experts in every capacity, everywhere, that we could go to these people and just get access to them for free. And that's exactly what we're creating right now. We're creating a forum that people can ask questions on it, one-on-one mentorship where people give back to the community, events like this, which we're putting in place here in San Francisco, in New York, and soon to roll out to other cities as well. And then just really videos that people can put online with their tips. It's all about giving. But the beautiful thing about giving is that if you can touch someone in an area that they really need help, you build loyalty and you build trust. And if you build those two things, when they really want a provider in the future, you're the person that they'll come to. Yeah.
And the other part that I really enjoyed on the last session that you did last week was you did like a 30-second pitch. And the next thing you know, Danny says, hey, we need someone else for a 30-second pitch. Of course, he yanks me and I had to give a 30-second pitch. I usually don't get nervous speaking up there, but I was like, okay, what am I going to say about this company that I want to form? And going through that process, I learned a lot. You gave really great tips for entrepreneurs because luck is what being prepared at the right time, and I think that that's what you guys are really doing here.
I set the bar very low, as you know, right?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I do the first pitch.
Really, I didn't know you were the event organizer when
Yeah.
I first went, and you pitch. I go, oh, I think I could beat that
I
guy.
suck, right? I'm really bad, and that's the whole objective of this, is to show people that it's okay to learn. And then we kind of get like an Alcoholics Anonymous group where we all share with each other and try and see how we can help each other. And if you do it like that, then it's not so lonely. So yeah, the pitches are nice,
Right.
the networking is nice. Most people, when they introduce themselves to other people, will say, hey, how can I help? What do you need? What do you need? So marketing used to be very simple before. You just sent out a couple of flyers and one person
Mailer.
responded. It was a mailer, that's it, right? Today you've got websites that are impossible to be found, social media, which you'll never get any results from. It's just really hard.
But I just want to talk a little bit about Expert Dojo. Can you just tell me a little bit about this startup company?
So Expert Dojo will solve a lot of the problems that we have with expertise and only having it in our own area. And it will do two things. Firstly, it will mean that every single expert everywhere in the world can actually put themselves onto a website and really be judged and admired and valued by the community. Not by their ex-boss, not by the school they went to 20 years ago, not by their mom, but by the actual community themselves, real time. And based on that, that will raise themselves up as trend leaders, but they're offering all their help, they're putting it there for free, and then they'll get rewards back in the future as well. So it's a way for us to really encourage a pay-it-forward mentality.
Right.
It's a way for us to get experts all over in the world to be able to give advice and help other experts who need a help, and everybody gets involved. So
That's a great site.
yeah, and it's all entirely free for the community.
And that's all done here in Southern California.
It's Southern California. We're bringing it up to the Green Festival in San Francisco in a month's time. My vision, passion, what I want to do is take the pay-it-forward mentality that's within Expert Dojo and within this entire networking event and what we're trying to create, and just to bring it wider than this so that people can realize that there's a better way to work.
I'm in. I'll sign up. Thanks again, Brian. Appreciate
Pleasure.
it. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Emil. Really enjoyed it.